Welcome to the Bolden Stadium for match number 12 of the Tiger Tanks Men's Under-20 Invitational Tournament. It is W Connection in the green. They're taking on Police FC. I'm Vidya Ramphal with the commentary. Thanks so much for joining us for this Tiger Tanks Men's Under-20 tournament. A tournament that kick-started youth football in Trinidad and Tobago a couple of weeks ago. Tournament taking place over 12 weeks, 67 matches in Trinidad and Tobago, and at the end of the tournament on the 25th of June we'll know which team is the best under-20 team in the Trinidad and Tobago. 5 teams in Tobago, 10 in Trinidad, and the winner of the Tobago leg will play the winner of the Trinidad leg. It will be in the first final will take place at Dwight Yorke Stadium on the 18th of July, and then on the 25th of July it's taking place at the Hazley Crawford Stadium. There's the W Connection team. Josiah Williams, their captain and goalkeeper, will be leading his team. Carraby is 2, Noel 3, Sutherland 5, Robinson 8, Ash 9, Lee 13, Williams 14, Savory 16, 18 is Quashi, and 23 Joseph. As for Police, they have Kanye Lazarus in goal. He's their number 24, and the team in front of him: 2 Caliste, 3 Demas, 4 Pascal, number 6 is Stafford, 7 Diet, 8 Tinto, 10 John Collymore, 12 Moore is 14, and Elliot is 15. And Police just getting ready for the match here today. They're led by Richard Hood. Richard Hood is their head coach. He's also the head coach of the Police team in the Ascension League. So it's a heavy plate for him in dealing with these rounds of matches. Matches taking place within days of each other. 1 match a week here in the Tiger Tanks Men's Under-20 tournament. And our refereeing team today, a referee is Jordan Cox, and he leads the team including Miguel Joseph, Adrian Coilas, and Jehu Cummings, an all-male team for the first time we've seen in the competition. So referee Cox just making sure that his officials are ready, and here we go. It's W Connection in the all-green outfits attacking the goal to our right, and W Connection and Police FC, serious rivalry at the top of the Pro League. Both teams campaign in the Pro League, but at the under-20 level also it's going to be quite as tight. Here's the situation in terms of the standings with the teams. Police FC, they have 7 points. They're in 3rd place in the table. Defense Force and San Juan Jablote leading the table after the first 2 rounds of competition with 6 points each. Police slipped up in their last game. They drew 0-0 with AC Port of Spain. However, for W Connection, they would have lost out, 2-1 loss for them in their last game. And they, one of the top teams in Trinidad and Tobago, unable to get the victory in their last game. And certainly they would hope that they can improve on their positioning in the table. W Connection, just to remind you, they are at the bottom half of the table. Just to be exact, they're in 6th place in the table, 2 games played, and just the 1 point, a draw in their first game drawing their first game, and they have not been able to recover from that. So that's the situation in terms of the table. And in terms of the games this week, outside of this one, across in Tobago, FC Tobago Phoenix are taking on Youth Stars United, as W Connection get an early chance here, and not far away from the mark was Tyreek Lee coming in from the right side. Lee picked up that errant ball, drove at the defense, and almost found the corner of the net inside the first post, guarded by Isaiah Williams. Not far away there, Isaiah Lee. And the first blood here to the Police FC, at least the psychological advantage to them early on here. So what happened? He just got it away.
W Connection get an early chance here.
Past the centre-back, Sherelle Sutherland, just drove it towards that near post. He was threatening again there for W Connection. Trinidad, 2 matches on Saturday. Give you some details on that in a moment here, as the teams battling it out. W Connection on the attack here. Bethel and St. Clair's drawing earlier on Saturday, 2-0. And also on Saturday in Tobago, Youth Stars and Stokely Vale, 0-0 there. On Saturday in Trinidad, Club Sando earlier at the same venue. Defence Force beating Club Sando by 2-0. Goals by Jelani Peters and Tyrell Innes in the 53rd minute. Shaheem Fostin had another monster game for Defence Force. So one half of the protective services getting a good start. Now for police, can they match up with that? Started off their campaign very well, Police FC. Very good 3-0 victory in their first game against AC Port of Spain. But they were not able to build on that in the second game. Sorry, excuse me, they did win their first game against Pity Valley Diego Martin. It was against AC Port of Spain in their second game that they drew 0-0. And for large parts of that game, AC Port of Spain did have a good run against them, especially in the second half. But police did have a chance early on in that game, which was stroked wide. I think Giovanni Elliott, the number 15, had a nice shot on goal which seemed to be heading into the back of the net, but curved away at the last moment. There's W Connection. Caribbean. Now police bring it the other way, and that should be a foul. Well, the referee has said play on here, so it is with W Connection at the moment. And the shot from distance does not go in the direction the player wanted, so it's going to be in the hands of the police goalkeeper, Kanye Lazarus. And actually 2 Kanyes that played in the first game of this encounter, and here's another one. Didn't realize that Kanye West was around so long in the business. Now you do. Very much a Darren Bravo lookalike, some people say. Then again, we've never seen them in the same room. 6 minutes here, and W Connection, they were beaten 2-1 last week. And had a good game, but just could not contend with their opponents on the day. And they will be hoping to get another win. Their first win of the competition here today. Forward here by Connection, headed further on by Sutherland, but straight at the police player Nicholas Diet. Attempting the cross, Jaden Moore, but cut out by the W Connection central defender, Terrell Noel. He and Caribbean at the center there for their team. In fact, Caribbean playing it right back. Foul here, which is going to be defense with the ball for W Connection. Terrell Noel and others have been sent up here by Isaiah Williams. So they told them go downfield and let's see what we can get out there. Well, Ali picks it up here, but it's taken away from police. There was just too much mustard on it, and the police midfielder unable to handle it. W connection just a bit too intricate in the middle of the park. Now here's police. This is Nicholas Diet, gets the cross in. Too close to Isaiah Williams, who had telegraphed his intentions there. Diet to cross the ball, and Williams is moving forward even as his foot was going back to make the pass. Oh, there's a foul. Is that a foul? There's just players gone down through injury. May have stretched, overstretched, hyperextended there. Nigel Carraby is getting some treatment at the moment. Hope that he will be all right. Keller Charles is the medic for the team. And W Connection coached by Elijah Joseph. There he is at the bottom of your picture in the all-black outfits. That's Elijah Joseph, the former right back and Connection captain for many years. Big part of the success of W Connection. Jose Deccan also there as assistant coach. Rene John Williams is the manager of W Connection. Yes, W Connection now, and he has some space here. Lee cuts inside on his left foot. Not the best of crosses. Still, Ricardo Williams tries to make something out of it for W Connection. But what a good play by Jelani Kalist, turning and twisting inside the area before sending it out for a kick on the far side, throwing on the far side. Luke Savory is robbed of it, and now police will try to take over possession inside the W Connection half. This game taking place at the Atto Boldon Stadium in Couva. Atto Boldon Stadium, named after the famous athlete and now coach from Trinidad and Tobago, Atto Boldon. 4 medals, the most by any Trinidad and Tobago athlete in the history of Olympic participation. 2 bronze medals in the 1996 Olympics in Atlanta, and then 2 more, including a silver medal in the 200, in the 100, excuse me, at the Sydney Games of 2000. And he was actually discovered, in terms of his speed, he was discovered while he was playing football in the United States. Sprint coach saw his potential, and football's loss was the great gain of track and field. These days, Atto coaching, and his star pupil, Brianna Williams of Jamaica, one of the finest young sprinters in the world, and already Olympic gold medalist with the 4x100 meter relay team for Jamaica in Tokyo last year. There's W Connection. Oh, he just couldn't get the purchase on that, and Carraby was left frustrated. Carraby has now regained his position within the defensive structure as police come calling here. 2 quality teams. Police looking pretty good here. Richard Hood is a fine coach, the best in TNT. Has done a lot of work at the youth level, also in women's football. Was left a bit disappointed that he wasn't selected for the women's national team. Cameron Jones picking up the job there alongside Carlos Edwards, the assistant coach. Richard Hood doing a fine job, but you feel that his chance will come at some point. And his charges moving down the right with Jelani Kalist, the right back for police. Tiger Tank sign just at the back of Kalist as police here on the attack. Just too many green shirts on the far side taking the ball away. Tiger Tank's men's under-20 tournament. The phrase underserved demographic has been used a lot when you refer to under-20s in Trinidad and Tobago. Williams did well to usher that out of play. And he may have actually, maybe an elbow, maybe the fingers just going into the face of the police player. And Williams just going across to make sure that he is okay. The referee also having a look, Jordan Cox. I think he's going to be all right. W Connection team just looking on. Is that Kalist who's gone down there? Yeah. Williams was just telling him, well, just apologizing to him. As the medic on here for Police FC. Steve Daniel is the medic and sprinting across the turf to take care of his player on the far side. So as there's a short hold up, we're going up towards the 15-minute mark in this game. Of course, some of the players involved in this game and in some of the other games in this Tiger Tanks Men's Under-20 tournament have been called up by Angus Eve for the Trinidad and Tobago Under-20 team, at least the training squad. It's the final squad has not been named yet for the tournament. And, TNT looking for players involved in this competition. Also, there have been player combines staged in Washington, D.C. and Fort Lauderdale within the last few months. And the staff with the team have described it as beneficial towards the Under-20 program. 78 players who are eligible to represent TNT through parentage or place of birth were seen in D.C. and Fort Lauderdale. Several players involved in the Tiger Tanks Men's Under-20 involved in that particular squad. And here is for W Connection, Ricardo Williams winning a corner for his team. Three of the W Connection players have been selected on that squad. Two of them we've called already. Nigel Carraby, the right back, Jarrell Sandiford and Tyreek Lee, who had the first chance of the game. Tyreek Lee, your number 13 at the bottom of your picture. He will contest a place in that team. Here is the corner for W Connection. Towards the near post, headed away. Not a great corner. Tyrese Collymore ensuring it would not get any further than him. And now W Connection ensuring that police don't travel too far down the right side to present any problems for them before they can get their shake back. Several players also called up from outside of Trinidad and Tobago, including Josiah Wilson, who's training with Bruges KSV in Belgium, Dante Gilbert with Malaga, Nathaniel James, and Rashawn Sandy, who is playing in the USA. Several others, Malik Khan, who actually made his national debut for TNT in Bolivia, a 5-0 hammering for TNT there, but it was a very good experience, a beneficial experience for Malik Khan. And now police doing the defensive work here. Oh, that's played through, just a bit too much on it. Maybe a better weighted pass would have played in Collymore, and he would have found that huge seam that appeared in the middle of the W Connection defense there for a moment. And the captain is very, very unhappy. Isaiah Williams slamming down the ball as he has a long-distance conversation with the defenders in front of him. And, yeah, he was upset because that ball, had it been better played, Collymore would have had the keys to the W Connection city there. Luckily, it was just pumped too far ahead of Collymore. And he gets an apology from his comrade in arms, Jaden Moore, who was just behind him. So just talking it over, a little bit of a coroner's inquest after that chance has gone a-begging here. CONCACAF Under-20 Championship taking place in Honduras. And Trinidad and Tobago will be hoping to emulate their predecessors. TNT 1990 squad going to the World Cup, Under-20 World Cup. Dwight Yorke was captain of that team, and they will be looking to go there. They'll first have to get past their Group F opponents. Here is Tyreek Lee, who might be part of that team, and almost puts W Connection ahead here. Connection still have it. Sutherland can't get the cross in, and they get a goal kick, Police here. But that's Tyreek Lee again bursting through the right side, but unable to finish. He got the shot in, but it was charged down, and W Connection will stay on even terms here with Police. Trinidad and Tobago will resume preparation for the Under-20 competition put on by CONCACAF on the 3rd of May. TNT will have to get past the likes of Mexico, Haiti, and Suriname in Group F if they are to get into the round of 16. The top 3 from Group F will move forward. So you would feel that TNT have to win at least one game in there to get round. Of course, winning 3 would be great. W Connection here on the move, just ahead of the man coming in. And Adika Ash almost prized open a chance there for W Connection. Smart work by Kanye Lazarus in goal. Certainly he was on song there, Kanye, and made the stop. At the other end, another poorly weighted pass, just too far ahead of Tyrese Collymore. And Collymore, the man very much leading the line here for the Police team. Here's Lee. 2 good chances already, Lee. Both of them saved. So he will be hoping to get more chances. There is the, way to the left, the National Cycling Center. This area in Trinidad and Tobago, very much lifeblood of sport in TNT. There's the Atterbolden Stadium here. There's the home for football. There's Richard Hood there. Oh boy, he's certainly a passionate figure in the edge of his box. There's also the National Aquatic Center and the National Cricket Center not too far away. So 4 of the biggest sports represented. And don't forget, the Atterbolden Stadium is also a home to several track and field clubs. So you could say that all 5 of the major sports take place here in this part of the country. Of course, there is also a move to create a home for golf at the Brecon Castle Golf Club and the Sevilla Golf Course, which is close by. Well, that was a bit of an alarming moment there. The keeper and the police forward getting involved in a little bit of a tussle there. Nicholas Diet. Now it's played forward. Fired by Lee. Looking for Ash here. He's tugged, he's pulled. Is that a penalty? Well, I think it was a W Connection player, excuse me, who was doing a lot of the pulling himself. Eventually, he was the one committing the foul. And he just seemed to drag back Terrell Noel in the end. So free kick for the Police FC team. Kanye Lazarus. Not well hit there by Lazarus, and that's going to run over the line. W Connection will have a throw-in. We're just about halfway through the first half here at the Atterbolden Stadium. Richard Hood has seen his team squander perhaps 2 opportunities. 2 of them, maybe better passes, could have played in. Collymore was not able to get in on the end of it. 2 really half chances. At the other end, it's been Tyreek Lee who's looked very dangerous for W Connection. Police. with Moore moving forward. That will go against the police team, and the foul committed by Tyrese Collymore. Carraby with the throw in, headed into touch. Police 4 points in their first 2 games. A win here for them should lift them close to the top of the table. Well, that was rather disappointing there from W Connection. Luke Savory was left wondering whose that pass was for. Yes, Savory going in for the tackle. It's been taken away by Connection and back with police. Rapid turnovers in this game. Overall, the quality of this game has been a lot better than some we've seen. A lot more composure, a lot better coach teams these two are, Police and W Connection. There's a player down on the far side there for Police, and W Connection will, if the player has gotten up, he's still on the ground there. And Police in the meantime have broken here through the middle, and the shot is saved well by Williams. Did well to stop that one. It was a snapshot. Those are always difficult when with that short backlift through the middle. And if it had been maybe closer to the corners, Isaiah Williams might have been in a bit of trouble there. As it was, he got a hand to it and did enough to prevent it from going past him and into the back of the W Connection net. So there is the end of the first half of the first half, because they're time for the break for water. Both teams will have some refreshments. I'll do a little bit myself here, as it's 0-0. W Connect 25 minutes. Here at the Atterbolden Stadium in Couva, it's 0-0 between Police FC and W Connection. W Connection having the 2 better chances in the first half, both falling to Tyreek Lee, who's bound for training with the national under-20 team. 2 powerful right-footed shots that almost found the net, well saved by the Police custodian, Kanye Lazarus, and another foiled by the defense. So 27 minutes gone now, and it is Police that have a corner here. And they have some dangerous players. Collymore has almost been in on the end of 2 chances already. Offering for it. Here is Moore. And Moore is going to clip this one in. Too close to Isaiah Williams in goal. And Williams does well to make the stop. Well, that is an accurate kick. Straight down the throat of Ash there. He manages to keep up possession here for W Connection. And why didn't Moore drive in at the W Connection defense there? Ricardo Williams, in fact, was the man. That is an outstanding bit of defending there by Noel. That was certainly going to go through. And for the police forward, it's that Tinto who was heading in there. It was Tinto. And had that gotten through him, he would have been clean in on goal inside, just around the penalty area. So police starting to gather a head of steam here now. Elliott. Well, he tried a rather ambitious shot. Elliott. He's only found the stairs away to our right. Almost found the National Cycling Centre. There it is. And the home of football. That's the hotel there that was used as a COVID-19 step-down facility. And the parallel health care system was installed during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. It's still around us, COVID-19. The experts tell us it's at the endemic stage, but still keep your guard up for all watching this broadcast. Nigel Carraby with the throw-in for W Connection. They're very careful to not allow Lee to get too much possession here on the right side for W Connection. See, there are 3 players around him. This one played in towards Ash. Just knocked straight downfield to allow the W Connection defense to get back to their keeper, Williams. Williams' name certainly affiliated with W Connection. It's actually Williams Connection. I think I'm not sure if he's any relation to the Williams. There's also Ricardo Williams on the team. And Rennie John Williams, the manager, the daughter of the former TTFA head, David John Williams. And it was a team that started as what we call in Trinidad a fat mat side. Trinidad very famous for bringing leisure and sports together. They're not one and the same, of course. And W Connection started that way, but has developed into one of the best teams in Trinidad and Tobago, one of the great clubs of TNT football and TNT sport in general. Almost a giveaway at the back here that has played police in. Oh, that was Lee. Took his eye off the ball there. The cardinal sin, looking to see where the defender was, and ran over his right foot. Straight back to Elliott, who is robbed of it. And now W Connection. That was played in by Williams, Ricardo Williams, but deflected back to the keeper. He was looking for Tyreek Lee, who was calling for it just behind him. Just about after the half an hour stage here at the Atto Bolden Stadium. Still 0-0. Sunday matches. There were matches on Saturday. And in those Saturday match, in fact, and the earlier match, Club Sando and Defence Force played off. Defence Force going ahead in the 26th minute, got a second in the 53rd, and Liam Dial responded for Club Sando, but that was all she wrote in that one, and Defence Force running out 2-1 winners there. Police W Connection clashing here tomorrow. It will be 3 more matches in the Tiger Tanks men's under 20 tournament. Caledonia taking on PD Valley Diego Martin United FC. San Juan Jablotay play Trendsetter Hawks. And Central FC will face AC Port of Spain in South Trinidad at the Manny Ramjohn training field. Across in Tobago, Bethel United, St. Clair's clashing earlier. St. Clair's winning on own goal in the 36th minute, and a wonderful Quayson Sharp header in the 56th. They've St. Clair's a 2-0 lead there. Stokely Vale battling Youth Stars at the moment. Seems to be an injury, and from the pumping of the legs you can tell it's what type of injury it is, as police have Tyrese Collymore stepping away. John is the miserable person to get a hit. It seems to be in the groin area, let's just call it that. Yeah, he's still holding that area just around his navel. That's where usually the pain comes, when you get hit in that region. And he's still holding it gingerly. Should be okay. We have abdominal protectors in cricket. Don't think we'll ever see that catch on in football. Here is Williams here for W Connection. Got past the first defender, not the second. Here is Lee now. Just bounced awkwardly for Lee, and giving Elliott enough of an opportunity to clear it for the police team. Official on this side, Miguel Joseph, looking on at play. Adrian Coilas is on the other side, and Jehu Cummings is the fourth official today. That's cleared by the centre-back for police, Jelani Kalist. Now police here have some space. They've gotten inside Savory for the moment. Savory comes back and makes the tackle. That's his role in the team, just to put in those tackles outside of the defense. Police here thought there was going to be a whistle. They maintained possession. And Moore should have gone right. There was a player free on the far side. Collymore went for the extra touch, taken away from him. Police driving forward again. Almost a great ball, and W Connection get it clear. Now here's Lee, a little bit deeper than where W Connection would want him receiving the ball. Kwashi back to Lee. Carraby with the long ball forward, and he will find Williams here. Just overran it, Williams, and has fouled the man in front of him. But there is an injury. It's a W Connection. I think it's Savory who's down. In that sequence of play, he was bouncing around and put in a few challenges, and Kale Charles will just have a quick word with him. Seemed to have taken the knock to the back of the neck here. That's where Savory is holding on to. Luke Savory. And credit to referee Jordan Cox. He's been on top of everything already. There is Elijah Joseph having a word with Carraby at the bottom of your picture. Always cool and calm, Elijah Joseph. One of the reasons why he was made captain for W Connection, and a really great presence at the back for W Connection for so many years. Part of the St. Lucian chain at the club. With Charles Purvier at the top of the chain there, still very much head coach of W Connection. And his second in command, Earl Jar, very famous player in the TNT Pro League, one of the outstanding players for W Connection over the years. Also had a year with San Juan Jablute, where he did coach for a little bit also. This will be Police's ball, and they take it over on the left side. Elliott. Pascal is there. And here is Kalist going down the right side for Police. Just about 8 minutes to go in the half. That's Police not able to keep it in play. Elliott, in fact, it is said to have stayed in play. John L. John. Yeah, back to Elliott. Big space is opening up here in front of the W Connection defense. Police are just a bit too slow to get into it. This could be interesting here for Police. 3 players breaking the offside trap. Or did they? All the same, Isaiah Williams does well to move forward and make the save. W Connection trying to play the offside there. 3 players going beyond it. There was no flag, at least not yet, from the official. And that could have been very interesting. Play had continued. Police on the attack again. Here is Moore. He has some space here. Moore hits it towards the back post. That's very disappointing from Moore. There were two players moving towards the front post, and could find neither of them. Collymore leaves it to one of his fellow players and heads into the middle. That's where Richard Hood would want him. Hood assisted by Brian Bain and Kellon Williams. Charmaine Mitchell Hood is the manager of the team. Shares the duties along with Dexter Allen. Glennon Fonsett is the goalkeeping coach. There's a name from the police past. 7 minutes to go here, and there's something going on the far side, and the referee and the assistant have to step in, and Gerald Sutherland is not very happy at all. Doesn't look a very happy camper, and the motioning of the hands tells you that someone has offended him here, and I think he was pointing to his right foot, which would suggest that there was maybe somebody stomped on his right foot, and that's what he's unhappy about. But credit to the officials here, Jordan Cox and Miguel Joseph. Well, in fact, that's Adrian Coilas stepping in very quickly. Oh, just a correction. That is actually Miguel Joseph on the left of your picture. There he is. Adrian Coilas is at the AR1 today. Jehu Cummings is the fourth official. And they're ball boys and they're ball girls also. Here is John for police. Wants to get it back onto his right foot. And can't do so. Just clipped off his foot and out for a throw in here. Yes, it is going to be police's ball. Here's Elliott. That's an aerial cross, a diagonal cross that should be easy for the defense to deal with. And that is a corner for police. Last touch perhaps by Luke Savory there. Coming off the top of his head and sliding down for a corner here for Police FC. Victory for Police today would take them close to the top of the table. This one's going to be taken here by Nicholas Diet, who's knocking it towards the near post, headed away by Robinson. And now Police could be stung here by Tyreek Lee breaking for W Connection. He almost got that ball through. Great defensive cover by Police. Well, he's out of the box, and that's a handball. Just outside of the box there. Isaiah Williams collecting the ball and sliding over the line with it. That's going to be a yellow card for the keeper. A deliberate handball outside of the box. Don't think he intended to stay in, but that's those are the rules. And he will get the yellow card here in minute 41. So Isaiah Williams has given away a free kick here in a rather freakish way here to Police. And with the first half winding down, Police have a chance here to go ahead from a dead ball situation. Diet with that wonderful left foot of his is there. Can he whip this in over the post? Also in the wall, Jardel is there, Jardel John. He's just trying to block off the W Connection defenders here. I think that is where Diet is going to strike this one towards the near post. He steps over it, knocked in, and headed away. Jaheim Joseph read that like a beach novel. Here come Police again, and Collymore just ahead of him. Maybe a chipped pass would have been a good option there, but it was over the W Connection defense. And again, another hole appearing just in front of that W Connection defense. Alarming, very alarming here for Elijah Joseph's team. Police are finding all sorts of space in and around that W connection defense. Sherrill Sutherland seems to have regained his composure. At least I hope so. Still seems to be complaining about something. I think that true ball that almost found Collymore is still occupying his attention. Where is that coming from, as police just able to chip the ball over the two centre backs, and they've been taken out by one ball here. And it's happened 2 or 3 times already for Police FC. Should be a foul, and is. John again getting involved in the move, and it's won the free kick. Well, now it's with Elliott. A good ball by Elliott. Stafford with the cross over the head of the player at the far post. Now back into the centre, and it's too easy for Isaiah Williams. Standard of the crossing in this competition has left a little bit to be desired here. Another part of the technical work for the teams. Here's Ash breaking past one defender and has fouled the second. Jaden Moore tackling back, and Moore, who has had a lot of touches inside the W connection half, now tracking back and doing some good work to recover the ball here for Police FC. There is Adrian Coilas, away to our right. Misidentified him earlier. There he is. All male team here today. There was an all-female team earlier in the game between Club Sando and Defence Force. And what a day it has been already if you are a female administrator. As this one is headed away by Caribbean. Corner coming up for W Connection. Diane Henderson was voted in, as there's 2 minutes of time added on for stoppages here. Earlier in the day, Diane Henderson was voted in as the first ever female president of the Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee. A proud moment for Diane Henderson and for women in Trinidad and Tobago and the region. Congratulations to her. She has now become the first woman to lead the TTOC and the 11th president overall in the history of the TTOC. Here's the corner for Police towards the near post. The keeper called for it, but the defender was already in the motion of knocking it away, and Ricardo Williams apologized to his keeper after. But it's given away another corner here. I don't think they're going to go back to the near post. He might be looking to go, at least from the angle he's using, towards the far post this time. Does go to the far post, but that's well claimed by Isaiah Williams. Keeps it in play. Ash on another one of those mazy little runs, and it takes the third defender to take him under control. So Police defending grimly here. Those 3 players under the watchful eye of Richard Hood. And see, he has a fairly volcanic looking temper that we saw in the AC Port of Spain game. But he's very passionate. He bleeds football, Richard Hood, as he watches Caribbean for W Connection right in front of him. He has 3 players to aim at on the far side, 2 bursting through the middle. Can't find any of them. It's headed away here by the shortest man on the field. Taken away from Caribbean. Runs over the line, throw in for the W Connection team. That's Caribbean. I think he got too far in front of where the ball actually went out. Caribbean. No complaints from the officials. Now, here's Police on the attack. And that's a great tackle by Caribbean to get it back and recover possession for the W Connection team. Well, that's an attempt at a true ball there. Not sure if it was aimed at Louis or Williams. Went to neither. And that is the end of the first half. It's goalless at the end of it. Police and W Connection, 2 great chances early for Tyreek Lee. Police have been there or thereabouts. 3 chances. Tyreek Collymore was close to it, not able to get it, and it has ended goalless here in the first half at the Attlebolden Stadium.
Hello, I'm here with Terry Williams at the C&B ground, just prior to the start of the Tiger Tanks Under-20 tournament. We're going to talk a little bit about the clubs involved, and we're going to talk a little bit about the history of this particular club and a little bit about Terry. Terry, hello.
Hello. So I'm Terry Williams. I am president of this club. It's called 1976 FC Tobago. And we are around since 1974. 74, we wasn't as established as we are today. 2 years after 74, we became 1976 FC Phoenix. Because the other 2 years before, we were just youngsters building the team. Myself, I played for Trinidad and Tobago. I had a stint in Trinidad and Tobago in early 80s. I played as a striker for the national team. I had a couple games in the qualifiers for World Cup and so on. In those days, we didn't do anything. We didn't make it anywhere, but I was part of that unit.
You talk about 74 and 76.
Yes.
So, because you played in the 80s, you were there at the inception right from the very beginning.
From the very beginning.
What was the ground like at that time? I mean, similar to what we're seeing now, or?
Okay, the ground was moved there. It was at Milford Court. I don't know if you recognize this housing facility.
Yeah.
The ground was at that location where there was one ground, and they developed houses there, and they just cut out a piece of spot, and here we are. In 2001, we almost lose the privilege to play simultaneous 2 grounds with the U tournament, the Under-20 tournament. I don't remember 2001. Yeah. So yeah, we managed to keep both grounds at that time, and we played here in Tobago. We played in the National Super League in Trinidad, the Pro League. We get a couple of games with the Pro League also. But we mainly played in the Super League in Trinidad. Matter of fact, a very well-known footballer came directly from this club, because one of the first things we did was to adapt the primary school across the street, Bonaccord Government. Bonaccord Government, if I'm not wrong, is the most successful primary school there in Trinidad and Tobago. We got the most titles there, boys and girls. As a matter of fact, 4 years ago we won back to back, girls and boys.
Yeah, I've seen the practice sessions here. They're absolutely packed, aren't they?
Yes, yes, yes. Barring COVID and all that, we never thought we would be this, at this level. We thought producing someone like Dwight Yorke, we would go on to, be recognized and either by our standards, that we would not be as flat and sort of broken like we are today.
You mentioned Dwight Yorke.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about Dwight, because he is such an iconic figure, not just here in Trinidad and Tobago, but throughout the world.
Yes.
Incredible achievement. So how did that come about? Tell us a little bit about the background, when you first saw him and when he first came to prominence.
Yes. I saw him since he was about 7, 8 years old, because I coached the primary school across the street, Bonaccord Government. God rest his soul, along with the manager Kenny Crooks, who passed away just on my birthday. He was buried 2nd December. But together, we raised many talents in Banacol government.
So you saw him as a young child from this school?
From this school. And there was where he lives, there was a little ballpark in front of his house. We call Coconut Park. So Dwight Yorke played there. His brothers, also good players. Keith, Clint, Gary, Garth, Brent.
I remember Clint because he also played cricket really well.
Yes, Clint is a first-class cricketer. So they had this little pitch in front there, and everywhere that there was a little pitch to play football, Dwight Yorke would be there. He would show up there.
And when did you first get an inkling that he was going to be something special?
We knew it from day one.
Really? Okay.
Because his brothers, Keith and Clint, they were first-class footballers. They were good. And in Tobago, I don't know, probably in Trinidad too, when you have brothers that play good football, the youngster would come up, you know, he would be competing, you know, he was learning new skills and so on. At that time, I was playing for Trinidad when he was just showing his head as a youngster.
And when did he first play representative?
His first game he played for Phoenix versus Codler Hall at Shaw Park. There was another schoolmate with him, Nigel, what's his name, Nigel something. Also played in that game. They were both going to Scarborough Secondary, and he was not more than 14 years old. And he played a senior game with Phoenix. Football. Yes, as a matter of fact, he played alongside me as a striker.
And the move from playing
and scored and scored in that game. Yeah.
And the move from playing locally to going abroad, how did that come about? Who saw him? How did he get noticed?
Good. There are a lot of scenarios like this that other coaches saw him, you know, from different clubs. But the guy that extracted him from Phoenix, we were very unhappy. We went to the fullest potential as we could to keep him at Phoenix. But there's a guy, Bertil Sinclair.
Oh, yeah.
He was a national coach.
Yeah.
And saw him.
And he had his own facility.
He has his own facility.
From here,
their own club.
Yeah.
And Scarborough Secondary was a 3-year school. So to continue, you have to go to Signal Hill, where he's the head coach.
Oh, okay. So that's how that came about.
Good. So he has to make the move from Scarborough Secondary to Signal Hill. And told me that the coach said he's not going to play for Signal Hill. If he's at Phoenix, he needs to move from Phoenix to his club.
A little bit of arm twisting.
Yes. Yeah. So we, as I tell you, we explored this. We spoke to the brothers. We spoke to the parents. And they said, look, we don't want our boy to be victimized and so on. So I said, okay, let him go.
Yeah.
You know? And at that same year, he played for National Under-13. He was good enough to play for the National Under-13 along with Brian Lara and a couple of his friends today. So he went, we wish him well, and the sky's the limit. He went on to play for Manchester United.
And how did that come about? Because Bertil Sinclair wasn't involved in that then. Somebody else came and saw him and stole him from Sinclair.
Well, I didn't say they stole him from Sinclair because Sinclair didn't know the fullest potential as a pro. You know, moving from amateur to Aston Villa. They took a lawyer from here, well-known female lawyer, that accompanied them to England to his tryout and so on. About 3 or 4 players from Trinidad and Tobago went on that trial. I can tell you that report came back to me, he was not the best on the trial, but he was the smartest. He smiled, he had conversation with the pros, while the other guys were kind of stiff and so on, and they said, look, hey, we're going to give you a chance. Bertil Sinclair got £67,000 to split between him, the guy who sponsored the tickets and so on, Neil Wilson, God rest his soul today, but the lawyer, yeah, so they split up £67,000 and they thought that was, you know, that was top dollar, you know. Phoenix didn't get $1. We checked the chance, our chance to get contribution, solidarity contribution. If you coach a child before 15 years old, FIFA law said that you should get. You know, we explored it, but we didn't get anywhere with it. You know.
Now,
so
the family still live not too far from here.
Yes, that's right.
Does he come down to the club from time to time when he's visiting? Do you get to see him at all, or?
Yes. Every now and then, you know, when he's here, I would get it through some news that Dwight is here, he would like to see you, you know. We just go and see how you're doing and, you know, chit chat a little bit, how life is going with him and so on. Yeah.
Welcome back to the Atterbolden Stadium. It's W Connection 0, Police FC 0 in this clash here on the afternoon period. Tiger Tanks men's under 20 invitational tournament. W Connection looking to bounce back from defeat in their last game. Police slipped up, dropped 2 points, their first 2 points of the competition in their last game against AC Port of Spain. They're hoping to get back to winning ways and move up the table back into the top 3. So 0-0. Couple of chances in the first half for Tyreek Lee, W Connection player who has been called up to the train with the national under 20 team on the 3rd of May, and he will be there. He and also Nigel Carraby has been called up to that team. Good luck to the trio from W Connection. As for Police, they also have had their opportunities in the first half. Nicholas Diet coming close at one point. Tyrese Collymore had a couple of chances there. The ball played in through just over the defense. He ran on to the ball, but just not connecting with him. But a lot of spaces appearing just in and around that W Connection defense that Police have been exploiting with a chipped ball from the midfield. Can they find another situation and perhaps a better connection to Collymore, who just touched the ball for the first time in the second half? Collymore and Moore have been the two live wires for Police up in front. Carraby just doing his level best to get past. He apologizes and is apologized to by Jardel John. Looks a fiery character down the right there. Nigel Carraby as W Connection take it the other way now. Police here pressing high. Look at how they're chasing after the W Connection team, trying to force a mistake, and they may have actually gotten an opening here for Sutherland, who just seems to trip over and goes to ground here. Sutherland, number 5, who was embroiled in that little shoving match in the first half, has now gone to ground and seems to have pulled up something here, and he was carrying an injury coming into the game. That left hamstring of his is heavily strapped, as you can see there, and he seems to be in a lot of pain. And once again, Killer Charles has to come on and administer the treatment, and yeah, it's a touch of cramp here in the way that it is being treated. So Gerald Sutherland on the ground here. No sign of any changes in the second half, but has been a bit seen a lot of changes in the second half as the players not up to full fitness after 2 years of the COVID-19 pandemic. Great to see the under-20 players back in action, and especially ahead of the CONCACAF Under-20 Championships. Angus Eve saying it was music to his ears to hear about this particular tournament. And I'm sure the music will be a lot sweeter if TNT can get past the likes of Mexico and Suriname, and of course Haiti in Group F action in the CONCACAF Under-20 taking place in Honduras. TNT will be playing all their matches in San Pedro Sula. the other group which is based in Tegucigalpa in Honduras. Very tough country to play football. Luckily for TNT, not against the host, which will always be very difficult. They will have 1,000% support, I'm sure, there in Honduras. It's knocked away. Well-timed volley by Nicholas Diet, and it sets up a chance here for Police. There's one player storming through the middle, and he just dilly-dallied with the pass. I think if the run had been a diagonal run, maybe cutting away from the play instead of in towards him, he might have found some real estate to run into. As it was, he just ran straight into the line, defended by those 3 W Connection defenders. Here's Diet. What a left foot he has. Tinto is there, and is Stafford. Stafford gives it away to W Connection. Lee now trying to run W Connection into some real estate here. 50th minute, free kick for W Connection, one of the top sides in Trinidad and Tobago. So it is Central FC that have dominated the last decade of football in Trinidad and Tobago. 10 titles, including 2 Caribbean titles in the last 10 years for Central, but the decade before that, W Connection were the dominant team. And not that they were not able to get on top of the pile at some points in the last decade, but W Connection, the Savanetta boys as they're called, very much the green a big part of their uniform. Their logo includes a foot kicking a football. That one almost went towards the net there, defended by Kanye Lazarus. W Connection have won 5 Pro League titles between 2000 and 2013. Big 6 winners, of course. They've had 4 FA titles, FA Trophy titles, as it's called here in TNT. The first Citizens Cup, they virtually owned it. The free kick does not amount to much. 3 Digicel Charity Shields, 2 Toyota Classic wins, 6 Digicel Pro Bowls, 2 Lucozade Sport Gold Shields. What a fine club they've been, W Connection. And they're looking for another title here at the under-20 level. And this match, one of the battles there for them that they need to win. Here is a pass played in towards Ash, but just too far ahead of him. He and his fellow forward, Ricardo Williams, not able to connect there. Williams really should have done better with that pass. Police have a free kick again. Now they move up here. Look at the movement on the left side. Too far ahead. Caribbean knew that would be his keeper's ball. Isaiah Williams got to it well. Noel to trash this one downfield. It might get through to the W Connection forward, who could score. It's saved. Lazarus came forth and pushed that away for a corner. That is a great chance to W Connection. Ricardo Williams broke through the middle, similar to what Police have been doing to W Connection, and he was able to make the save, Lazarus. Meantime, Connection have made a change. Ronaldo King has come on here in the second half, but there is a chance once again. Williams struck it well, but maybe it was at that nice comfortable height for the goalkeeper to stretch out those arms and make the save. I think he had overrun it, Ricardo Williams, and couldn't put his chance away. The best chance of the match for W Connection. They have the corner towards the far post. Joseph will track this one down. No one offering to help at the moment. Now he finds the ever-willing Caribe. And Batiste, who's come on in the second half. Tyree Joseph. Connection now got one opening. That was a fine ball hit from the back by Terrell Noel. Obviously working under instructions there. Police playing a high back line now. The connection could break through here again. And he was looking at the back post where Ricardo Williams was streaking away from the Police defense. But the ball never came. It was cut out at the first opportunity here by Police. And twice within the space of a couple of minutes, Police goal has been under threat. So Police Richard Hood would be relaying some instructions on how to deal with that particular type of situation. There he is coming to the edge of his technical area. And that seems to be his favorite, his default position, Richard Hood. His arms just at his sides, raising up towards the heavens, asking what was that? It's an expression we've seen several times already in this competition. He got the clip true and went to the keeper, but there's a W Connection player down inside the Police half. And the referee Jordan Cox runs all the way back to, he calls on the medic here. And Killer Charles will not have to go to the gym this evening, I'm sure. She might still. She's sprinting on here to deal with this latest injury here for W Connection. At a Bolden Stadium here in Couva. Like the Hazy Crawford Stadium, where the players come in from the far side of the ground. The players come in from just under our camera position. And the Atta Bolden Stadium, well, we're now going to see the stretcher on. Those two ladies will be taking Tyreek Lee off, and that's not a great sign here, because remember, he is supposed to join the Trinidad and Tobago team for the final training sessions before the CONCACAF Under-20. Seems to be okay here, but he will have to go off. Atta Bolden Stadium, of course, was the venue for that very famous goal. Trinidad and Tobago beating the USA 2-1 here back in 2017, knocking the USA out of the World Cup. Alvin Jones striking it from some distance, and I don't think anybody was expecting him to hit it from there, including the USA keeper, who was beaten all ends up, and the goal turned out to be the winner for TNT, exacting some revenge against that USA win against TNT all the way back in 1989. Small consolation though, the USA went to the World Cup. TNT knocked out the USA, but we did not. Still, it was a fine victory. 57th minute here at the Atta Bolden Stadium. And the Atta Bolden also a home to several of the big track and field clubs here in central Trinidad. And several of their athletes train here. Always a hotbed of sporting activity here in central Trinidad. Also, I'm told that the National T20 Championships will be taking place not too far from here at the National Cricket Centre, just over that bamboo patch in the back there, the National Cricket Centre. In fact, if you hit the ball hard enough from there, it might land at the Atta Bolden Stadium. Of course, only Karen Pollard and Andrew Russell and aliens like that can do that. Another player down here. That's starting during the week on Thursday, I understand. Another trip to the field here for Ms. Charles, who is has another player down, and this is what we expected to see in the post-COVID period. Players coming back out, a lot of injuries, and certainly has been the case here. Referee's asking for the stretcher once again. I think the stretcher bearers are still on their way back around the field. They were tending to Tyreek Lee on the far side. Now another player down, and they're trying to get back around to see if he needs to go off. I think it is Lee again. Yes, Lee is, for the second time within the space of a few minutes, going down. And there might be a change coming here for W Connection. Let's see what Ms. Charles says here. Hello, Charles. Lee just trying to shake off. In fact, it's not Lee this time. Saw the back of the number. It's Jaheim Joseph, the number 23 for W Connection. Now, Police here almost got another opening at the center of that W Connection defense. Police have seen there is perhaps a soft underbelly just in front, in between the defensive midfielder and that W Connection central pairing. So this is going to be a free kick here for Central FC. So minute 59 moves into minute 60 now. So half an hour to go. So it is going to be the left-footed. Oh, that's one is played into the center and almost finds its way into the back of the net there. Nicholas Diet played it in towards the near post. He will now go for the corner here, the dead ball specialist for the Police FC team. Now he will take the corner here for Police FC. Knocks it towards the far post. Two players there, and the last of them, Pascal, can't keep it in play. Slightly overhit there by Diet. So still very much 0-0 after an hour's play in this one. W Connection have had perhaps the best chance. Ricardo Williams' shot saved by Kanye Lazarus. W Connection had couple of good chances also for Tyreek Lee. Now it's Police that have made the change here. Coming on, Isaiah Edwards is on. He started the last game. Also coming on is Matthias Hinkson. And Jashawn Keighton is also coming on. So spate of changes here for the Police FC team. So that's a triple change here. Richard Hood acknowledging the work of the men who have come off. Collymore is one of them. So here is the goal kick. Isaiah Williams takes it. W Connection have produced so many fine players over the years in winning all of those titles, and certainly have recruited well, and not just here in Trinidad and Tobago, but also from foreign shores. And remembers their Brazilian trio, Jefferson Goulart and Ronaldo Viana in there. Jefferson Goulart, Ronaldo Viana, and Luis Seabra, who eventually represented Trinidad and Tobago in a couple of matches. Yeah, that trio certainly ruled the roost for W Connection and were outstanding players. Also recruited well in the Dominican Republic. Fana, the man coming from Dominican Republic, a real speed merchant he was. Jonathan Fana, as often was put on the team sheet. And don't forget Elijah Joseph and Earl Jar, very much part of the coaching structure now at W Connection. Knocked out of play by the W Connection player, Keylon Batiste, who's now on the left. Yeah, I think he's come on. Maybe he has replaced. Lee is still on the far side, I'm sure. We'll just check that for you. Batiste again coming in and making a stop, knocking that one forward. There's two players down on the field now. One from W Connection, one from Police. And again, it looks like those strains of the groin and calf muscle. And Caleb Charles is on again. I think you're going to be very familiar with her name by the end of the day. But this time, it's going to pour some water on the head, the back of the head of the player. I think the signal from Isaiah Williams is that there should be a change here. So I think one of the W Connection players has been injured and may have to come off here. Is that Karabi who is injured? They've taken a knock to the head here, Karabi. He's now going to limp off, but the signal from the W Connection captain is that make the change. So let's see if that will be the case here. Of course, it will come down to the judgment of the physio and of course the man in charge of the team, Elijah Joseph. He and Jose Dekan in charge. So just a little bit of a hold up, and while we focused on the W Connection player, the Police FC player Giovanni Elliott is the one who's gone off on the far side. Quiet, understated presence on the left side for Police. Has also played his part in organizing a few police raids down the left side. Police now looking for the opening, what would be the opening goal here. And that tried to tread it down the right side, but it's broken down, and here's W Connection now. This is a ball that finds Ash, takes it towards the byline, gets the cross in, but the second of the two players makes the stop, and now Police go the other way. Slightly more open field to the game now as W Connection tried to probe away down the middle here for Police. Deshaun Kyton is on, and he sends a ball that has his left back scurrying towards Joshua Joseph, who's come on in the second half, has also gotten in on the end of that. Full of energy and speed and some vim there, Joseph. Couple of changes here for W Connection, and now let's see who's coming on. Oh, this is Joshua Joseph, in fact, for W Connection. Correction, it was Nicholas Diet on the far side. And also coming on for Police FC, Justin Modest, the number 16, who you just saw trotting away from the center field. Yeah, he's on. Number 10 for W Connection, Tyreek Joseph is also going to come on. Let's see who Joseph is going to come on for. W Connection's player is off. Is that Ash coming off? Well, he comes off at that end. Another player goes off at the back of the field. Another move installed by FIFA to ensure that play moves on a bit faster. Players can now lead. They don't have to necessarily go at the half line. This one's played in. It's headed and against the W Connection player. Modest almost had a goal there within a minute of coming on for Police FC. Well, that was taken away by Tyreek Joseph. Referee judging that he had clipped the Police player at the back of his heel. So here is Police FC looking for the opener. Ball is at the feet of Jiran Pascal. Looks to pump this one into the box. Minute 68 here. There's Pascal. And headed straight at the goalkeeper. It was a fine ball played in towards Nicholas Diet. He rose well, got the header off, and straight at Williams, who saved well. Police FC now. And there's an attempt at a ball that may actually get through to the man coming in at the back post, Kyton. Now Police have it again. Here is Demas. All the way back to Lazarus. And again back to Lazarus in goal for Police FC. He's played his part in ensuring it's a 0-0 draw at the moment. Really good save in the early part of the second half at the feet of Ricardo Williams. Lee is back on the field and looking in fine fettle at the moment. Ash escapes one and fortuitously gets the pass back to his midfielder. Well, he was attempting to cross that one, but that goes into touch. And is that an injury there for the W Connection player, Keylon Batiste? Minute 70 now. 20 minutes to go here. And still nothing to choose between the two teams. Police win a free kick inside of the W Connection box here. W Connection half. Tiger Tanks men's under 20 tournament. 20 minutes to go here. And still we are no closer to finding out which team will go on to win this game. Into the box and headed away by the W Connection player. Carroby was there. So there is the whistle has gone, and the teams will take a break for water here. And as they do that, we will do the same. Still nothing to choose between the teams. 0-0 after 70 minutes. Here's the restart of play. Final 18 minutes or so of this match. Police FC against W Connection. W Connection have had the better chances in the first and second half. Police have just been there or thereabouts. And one of the best chances in the second half for Police came off the head of Nicholas Diet. His header from a raking diagonal pass was straight at the goalkeeper. But W Connection still looking very confident, and they're still throwing the dice here. Hezron Matthews is the latest one to come on. Was about to come on at least. Hezron Matthews, and a change that we were expecting. Matthews on for Tyreek Lee, who has been in the wars during this match and went off several times with injuries, went down several times with injuries also. He has been replaced. Here is Connection's Joseph battling for it. Limps away from the latest challenge. Oh, and another little shoving match here And this one is between W Connection's Robinson and the police player, Jaden Moore. This is not the first time we've seen Moore involved in these little tussles here in the midfield. And the police having, well, their Adika Ash, Jordan Cox is talking to him, and Philip Tinto for police. So at the moment, it is going to be the policeman, the man who's come on, Matthias Hinkson, who's gotten the yellow card here. So that's the second yellow card. This one coming in the 75th minute. The only other one was in the 41st minute for Isaiah Williams, the goalkeeper for W Connection. He had slid out of the area while holding the ball and got the yellow card for that. So here is W Connection on the attack here, put in by Joseph and headed straight at the goalkeeper. Jaheim Joseph was coming in at the far post, but didn't get a powerful header in. All he could do is just nod it straight at the goalkeeper. W Connection, their players just getting in the way of Moore, who is trying to restart play quickly. Knocked downfield here. Connection headed clear. Hinkson back in the center. Hinkson towards the near post, but that's dreadfully overhit there by the Police FC winger, and it will be another goal kick here for W Connection. When will we find the winner in this game? W Connection have been producing more chances, and the better chances coming for Connection. Police players complaining that Hinkson has just kicked the ball away unnecessarily. Referee will have another word with him. He's living dangerously there, Hinkson. Police will win the throw-in here off the shins of W Connection's number 14, Ricardo Williams. Police now. Diet goes down inside the center circle. He will trot forward for the free kick, which is set in place here by, well, it's knocked in early by Kyton. The referee was not quite ready, so he'll order a re-kick. Just having a quick look at his watch here, the official, Jordan Cox, as police get ready to take the free kick here. W Connection having some success from the dead ball situation. Will they be able to, will the police do the same? Here's the ball coming in. Oh, he's gotten free here on the far side. Here's Edwards into the area and knocked into the net by Diet. And there is the opening goal. Nicholas Diet, who's been the outstanding player for Police FC, has scored the opener in minute 78. And there is the pass. W Connection falling asleep here. And that is the cross by Isaiah Edwards. And with between two players, Diet has come in to score the opener for Police FC. So Police lead here by 1-0 with just over 12 minutes to go. So the W Connection team have been stung here after creating quite a few chances in the second half and in the first half. And Elijah Joseph at the bottom left of your picture, you can't tell his emotions. He's always a very cool customer, and that is always transferred onto his players. Yeah, but I'm sure he's frustrated there to give up a goal like that. And Isaiah Edwards was just left in acres of space. And didn't he produce a fine cross for Nicholas Diet to stroke high into the back of the net? So it's now up to W Connection. They need to find a way back into this game. We've had some late goals in this competition already. And W Connection off to the races here. That's headed away by Lazarus. And the Connection trying to maintain possession here. Has that run over the line? It hasn't. Connection will regain possession. And now, all of a sudden, Police have a big spring in their step. Oh, it's a giveaway here by Connection. Well, almost won. Kyton almost got in on the end of that. That would have been dangerous for W Connection. Certainly, they have been rattled here by that opening goal. Yes, Police on the offensive now. They give the ball back to Connection. There was a foul in the process, and Police will regain possession here inside their own half. They will certainly take their time about this. Eat up as much, ticks up the clock as they can. Not a great kick. Connection regain possession. And Ash did not control well. His first touch let him down, and has given it back to Police. Police does well to hold off the challenge of two W Connection players right in front of his coach. That is the position his coach would have played for W Connection. And this great organization from the Savanetta area in central Trinidad, they're facing a real challenge here, as Police FC looking for their second win in the competition, and they will stay unbeaten here. They will go up to 7 points and close to the top of the table if they can if they can find a way to hold on to this lead. Lazarus is there. Edwards couldn't find the cross. And that is a corner for Police FC, and I'm sure the left-footed figure of Nicholas Diet is going to take this one. That's exactly who it is. The little number 7 who scored the opening goal 3 minutes ago is taking his time to get over to the corner to take the free kick. Watched closely by Adrian Coilas at the bottom of your picture. Diet hits this one towards the near post, and Police have it just outside the area. It's going to come all the way back to Diet. Gets another cross in, and that is punted away. So, Police now threatening here. Attack is the best form of defense for them at the moment, as they keep W Connection at bay. They've won another throw in here. Tiger Tanks men's under 20 tournament. W Connection and Police are two of the teams in the running, hopeful of making it to that two-legged final against the winner of the Tobago group on the 18th and 25th of June at the end of this Tiger Tanks tournament. It could very well come down to goal difference in this tournament. Which team will be at the top when we come up to that 18th of June match. 12 weeks, 67 matches in all, and a lot of experience to be gained here for these youngsters in this Tiger Tanks men's under 20 invitational tournament. Edwards battling for it. He's given it up here to W Connection. That's played in towards Williams, and Lazarus comes for it and gets his foot on it successfully. Connection now, that is a good tackle that opens things up here for W Connection. Ash now, he has two players to aim at the far side. There's also Joseph in the middle. He's robbed of it, and Police are bringing it the other way. Mishandled by Edwards, but there's Richard Hood telling his team, calm down, just maintain possession, run down the clock. We have the lead. Showing his experience, he's just telling his younger players, these are young men under the age of 20, 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, still learning their trade in this beautiful game. And it's all about game management at this point. Police. A lot of spaces here for them to knock the ball into. Free kick for Police, and also telling everyone to calm down is Jordan Cox, the umpire, the referee out there. Still thinking about that cricket match, maybe. 6 minutes to go here in the second half here, and Police are leading 1-0 over W Connection. Could they get a second goal here from a dead ball situation? It was 1-2 touches into the net for them in the 78th minute. Very coolly done by Jaheim Joseph, and efficiently done by Robinson. Williams tries to go the long way here as a throw in for his team. Perhaps he had the best chance of the second half, Ricardo Williams. What's the call here now? Yes, they're going to take the throw in further back here for Connection. Keelan Batiste takes it all the way back to Robinson, who is robbed of it, and that's another throw in for W Connection. So under 5 minutes to go here, and Connection can barely get into the Police half now. Goal rattled them in the 78th minute. They've had a difficult time trying to rebuild their confidence as they try to go in search of this equalizer, and two players just leaving it to each other there. And once again a long ball, a chip ball from the midfield, opening up that W Connection defense, and going over the head of the defender. No one picked it up. Connection give up possession inside their own half. Robinson was the man who just kicked it out of play. Spaces here for Police to exploit, perhaps. That will count as sure as a shot on goal. Not too much traffic on the Sir Solomon Ho-Choi Highway, but the traffic is up here. Oh, here's a chance for W Connection. He saved it and cleared off the line. What a great chance created there by Ricardo Williams. Got inside the defender, but what a great save by Kanye Lazarus. Gets around one defender. Now look at the cutback. Lazarus was going one way and reached back to make the save. Fine saving. Good handiwork shown there by Kanye Lazarus. Sure that his goalkeeping coach Glennon Fonset would be very happy with that. Towards the near post, knocked away here by Police. 2.5 minutes to go. W Connection to get back something from this game. Police collapsing on the W Connection player, and they get it clear for the moment. All of the Police players back in their own half, searching for the break here. Batiste can't do much offensively here. Elijah Joseph still looking impassive on the edge of his technical area. His players possibly 2 minutes away from losing a second game in a row here. As the injury happens, the Police player is stepping off the field. I think that's Kalist who's going to go off there. Is there a last chance here for W Connection? Police will take their time about this free kick, or rather the throw-in, which Caliste will take. Into touch again here. Another throw-in for the W Connection team. And another Police player goes down injured here. The referee, Jordan Cox, just making sure. He's asking the player just to roll over and get the treatment off and not hold up the game. We are into the last minute of time added on for last minute of normal time. Not sure how much time will be added for stoppages. There were a few injuries in the second half. We could possibly have in the region of 3 minutes added on here. Heavily to ground goes Kalen Batiste. Now Connection knock it forward with Joseph. Still treatment here for the Police player Caliste, who's down on the edge of the field. There is going to be a change here, and Police have sent on their number 20 Jose Atong. Atong also came on as a sub against AC Port of Spain in their last game. He looked very lively. Atong has in fact been called up for that training squad for the national under-20. One of the Police players who is there, called up as part of the outstanding Fatima College team. Still, W Connection cannot find a way into this Police half. Even when that pass is played, it's cut out here by the Police team. They're just trying to get it anywhere inside the W Connection half at the moment. Connection have a throw in finally, and another change coming. Caliste is off. That's 4 minutes of time added on for stoppages. Anywhere will do right now for Police, as Connection trying to find a final chance here. 1 minute of time added on for stoppages is gone. 3 minutes to go. Headed on. Now Police will come away with it. Too intricate, just outside of the area. Almost played in Robinson. And W Connection have a free kick in a very good position at the central part here. Finally a chance for them to get a shot on goal. And you'd feel that they will have few more chances remaining in this match. They might have one here. Two of the 4 minutes of time added on for stoppages now elapsed. 2 minutes to go here, and Batiste Atong will try to run this clear for Police FC. That's better from Stafford. Now here's Atong with some space, and as he was about to run away from it, all that the play was pulled back for a free kick for W Connection, and Atong gets the yellow card for, he clearly would have heard the referee's whistle and is punished for it. Connection have a free kick here now. Joseph is standing behind it. Connection have pushed almost the entire team forward. 8 outfield players in and around the box here for W Connection. 2 defenders just inside of the Police half. They're throwing everything at it now. Oh, that is very, very poor. Poorly struck there by Tyreek Joseph. Down the middle, and no one was close enough to attack that. It's great control there by Atong, who's now taken Batiste for a run here. Batiste does enough to allow that to run over the line and earn the goal kick. Atong's job is done. Eaten up another 15 seconds or so. 3 W Connection players searching for the ball, and it's going to be a kick here, free kick for Police FC. They're taking their time about it. Remember, Diet scoring in the 78th minute. W Connection have not found a way back since then. And the 4 minutes of time added on for stoppages has elapsed. Police could have a second here. It's cleared. Away by Noel. The 4 minutes of time added on for stoppages is gone. All eyes on the official now. When is Jordan Cox going to blow the whistle here? Police are asking for the whistle. They could have a second goal. Straight to Isaiah Williams. Knocks it downfield. Atong is there for the police team. Taken away from Joseph. And now it's Atong once again for police. Have they won a corner here? Yes, I think they have. And W Connection has their chance gone now. They had a great chance with 2 free kicks. Not able to score from either. And police will run down the clock here. That's it. No need to run it down further. W Connection have been beaten here. Here is one of the best chances they've had. That was Tyreek Lee's chance early in the game. Just shot wide. And police have beaten W Connection 1-0 here. Diet, here's another great chance. This one was early in the second half. It was knocked away from the feet of Ricardo Williams. But after that, police would get a free kick inside of their own half. Disappointment there on the face of Ricardo Williams. But here was the opportunity, played over the defense for Edwards, and this is the perfect cross that he created. Diet knocks it in for what turned out to be the only goal of the game in the 78th minute, and police have run out 1-0 winners. Diet has been named the player of the match. This was the late chance there for that man again, Ricardo Williams, and the first chance saved, and then it was knocked over the bar and he collapses there. So that's the end of it. Police have won this match. They've beaten Connection 1-0. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Vidya Ramphal. Bye for now.